Good morning, Polly. Amen. Tiffany, hello. How is everyone today? Hey, Neo. There's some spiritual messages for you guys coming through. Yesterday, I was guided to go live to TikTok and I had such a good time. I thought I'd jump on again. I'm going to, hey, Terrence. So I'm going to walk because I've been sitting here for a little while creating some content and my dog is getting restless. She's explored everything she's had to explore here. So this morning, let me know, hey, when you're jumping on, let me know who you are, where you're from. We are chosen ones. We are these beautiful beings from all around the world connecting. We have this social media. We can connect. We've felt so alone. We've struggled our whole lives. We've wondered, what is our mission, our purpose? How do we uncover our power? How do we call in that energy to reclaim our light and illuminate and all that sort of stuff? Like, we hear all these things, we receive all these divine messages, and nothing changes. But that's because of this old world system that everyone is plugged into, and the way that we've been programmed to operate. Like, there's so much deception through various means out there. Deception specifically in the New Age, spiritual communities, in religion. There's a lot of things that we have been taught to do, but it actually takes away from us. We lose our light, we lose our power. This is the return of Christ consciousness energy, unity consciousness, creator consciousness, God consciousness. This is creation. This is the truth of life, the meaning of life, and the messages that come through from this cosmic core of creation, or the cosmic Christ. There's so many labels. So it's time for us to sorry, I'm just looking at this thing. I want to press that button. What's that thing? Oh, okay. Let me get the comments up so I can see if anyone's commenting. Yeah, so when you're jumping on, say hey. Let us know where you're from. I'm from Australia. I'm just taking my dog for a walk today. I get inspired when I'm in with nature because, of course, nature is life. It's a part of us. We are an organism on this planet Earth. And, a lot of us have been cut off from that frequency of things. Hey, Hugo. So if you don't already, press that follow button. Thank you, Carl, for the follow. I'm here to illuminate you guys through knowledge. And this knowledge comes direct from the God source. So I just keep hearing God's plan, right? That came through this morning. God's plan for you. And so I really wanted to jump on here and share this with my collective, share this with you guys. For so long, for years and years now, on this ascension path, in this spiritual embodiment, embodying Christ consciousness energy, to be a messenger for the one, for the spiritual sun, source. It's been very dark. It's been an extremely, extremely dark road. And, these glimmers of light where I think, oh my God, I'm ready to serve and get out there and connect. But then what happens? I'm plunged back into the darkness because we have all these layers that we must release to be spiritually whole, to merge with the divine. So if you are ready to be spiritually whole, embody the divine, to walk this path of ascension, to embody this frequency, this knowledge, come and join us. I've walked this path, I've embodied Christ, and now I'm sharing the truth for you to illuminate you. So it's like this spark of light on this planet, and the light is the knowledge. So these spiritual messages come through just quite spontaneously. And I always love when I'm in this service mode, when I'm not pushing my way through the shadows, through the trenches. Oh, hey, Al. It's good to see you again. Yeah, so okay, so God's plan for you. So this morning, these insights came through, God's plan for you. But first, what Spirit wants to explain, to share with you is who is God, right? We have all these people who worship these external gods. God and these gods are individual aspects of the one. They have, okay, you at the end of the road are a God, right? It's a very, very long path. And so God is an individual aspect of the one. And at the end of the road, that's what you are, the one. You are the creator. You create this whole simulation, this holographic reality. And Spirit communes with you through this external realm, but also communes with you through these emotions, these feelings. This external realm is a mirror, right, to what you need to heal within. And because you are one, because you are everything, because you are the all, your work is never done, okay? So I remember when I was, very new to the healing thing. Well, I'd been healing for many years, 2014 to 2019, and I really began healing in 2019 after I, became a Reiki master. I was healing with plant medicine, doTERRA, and I became a motion code practitioner, a body code practitioner. So I've been healing myself, healing others, but in 2019 something shifted, right? Morning. And so everything shifted, and I was able to heal so much more than the old world ways that I had been taught, that I'd learned from others. And I began this journey where this holographic Jesus showed up and attuned me, baptized me, christened me. I was in the bathtub. It was this crazy, crazy situation. It wasn't the first time I had seen him. I had seen him in my awakening back in 2006, where he told me everything that was going to happen. Everything he told me happened. But anyway, I really started to heal then. And I was able to heal so much more than like the old world ways of emotion code and body code and Reiki. I was able to heal all these and release all these frequencies at once. I was able to, down the track, share this gift with others so others could do this as well. And I was healing. And it's like, am I healed yet? And the more I released, the more I was able to release. It was like this exercise. My energy body was becoming more powerful. And as I was expanding, my ability to release more things at once grew, right? So this ascension path I've been on this since 2019. But also, and this is what I want you guys to know, there's things that have happened in your life. Oh, hey, Sophia. There's things that have happened in your life, like many, many years ago. Like I said, my awakening in 2006. I also had a very mystical spiritual experience when I was 16. I don't know when that would have been in 1998. And things I couldn't explain, things that I was told, things that happened, like deaths of people. My best friend, I was told in 98, he's going to die and he's going to die this way and all this sort of stuff. Told that on a Ouija board, mind you. So we rushed over, we told him. A week before he died, which was in year 2000, he said, do you remember what you told me, back then? Well, I found this in, like, there was a certain things that were told, and he confirmed all these things. And a week later, he died the same way that we were told. He was going to die in a car crash on the way to Shelley's. He died in a car crash on the road that went to a club that we called Shelley's, right? So many mystical experiences happened that just left me questioning. And I knew there was a deeper truth to this life. Like, we get stuck in the program and on this hamster wheel where we just think we've been born to find a job, to work, to make money, to get a house, to buy things, to consume. But there's this deeper truth to reality. And these things are going to happen to you. Let me know in the comments if you've had these weird mystical experiences. It's up to us to really share. Look at it. That's the magpie. So cute. Hello. There's a few. Yeah, so, well, I guess like the magpie, it's just not all black and white, right? That's what just came through the spirit. It's like, it's not all black and white. This is the spectrum. This is, I'm just seeing a rainbow, right? And I'm seeing like the activation of your spiritual vision. These things have happened to you through the one, like the spirit, God, your highest aspect self, the one, right, has orchestrated this. And there is no such thing as linear time. We are locked in linear time. We keep ourselves locked in linear time. We affirm this all the time. And it just keeps us in this matrix. The shadow matrix, should I say. So God has a plan for each and every one of you. And certain things have happened to you in your life, these mystical experiences, these big synchronicities, these things where you're like, oh my God, that means something. There were so many synchronicities, so many coincidences, so many things around that. Or you've been told, bang, direct things from spirit that have actually happened. And it's like, how did I know that? Even just that simple thing of where you think of someone and then they ring. You haven't seen them for 3 years, right? You think of them, they ring. There's simple things. It's like, how the hell did that happen, right? So ultimately, the chosen ones is a label. But the chosen ones are the ones that choose, that have the will to learn, to seek, to question, to keep evolving, right? A chosen one who says they're a chosen one without doing any work, any shadow work, is fixed into that external program and that illusion. Because to be a chosen one takes action, it takes work, it takes a journey. It takes this inner, I'm getting revelations. So if you guys don't follow, press that follow button. Share this to your socials as well. We need to awaken the world. These are golden seeds of illumination from the Christ, from the one, from the spiritual sun. So what this knowledge actually does is you show up, we connect, we are one right now, right? This information, this knowledge, spirit saying data, right, is taken in by you because you have your attention on this, right? And this knowledge is actually, the way that I see it and the way spirit shows me, it's like these golden illuminations, like it's this golden light, and it goes into your system and it heals this throat chakra, which has undergone a lot of work. Also this mouth of God, this chakra, a lot of work over the years to be able to speak this truth, because it is very high frequency, it is very healing. And I wasn't able to do this a few years ago because there was so many blockages. And this is what we must do. We must release, we must heal, we must grow. And in doing that, we become strengthened through the divine, through the one. And we have to earn it. Like, this is why you guys have suffered, why you continue to suffer. And it's your choice if you keep putting up with that. I hope this sun isn't too glary. So now you're getting the choice to choose, to know the truth. And the truth is revealed through you. And it's very interesting, this journey. It's this journey of spiritual discernment. And it's like this intuitive exercise. We are continuously growing and strengthening through releasing the shadows, the darkness. We are able to rise above them, and they have no control over us anymore. But there are layers and layers and layers and layers and layers. So what spirits and the one is, hang on, I need some water. I'm like, oh, hey, Shaggy. I'm really glad, because this is it. If you're resonating with this content, if it's making sense to you, you've always questioned things, and it's like, well, how does this work, and how does that work, and you know, like, why are there so many gods, and this and that, and rah rah rah? But it's like, the God is an individual aspect of the one. We have this God of the Bible, which is a trickster, right? And it's the false father, and it actually has people worshipping it, right? Which, what happens is, because we put our attention and we worship this external force, I'm seeing like not an icon, it's an idol, right? An idol. False idols. So this God of the Bible is like an idol. So when you have your attention and your energy focused on this, and you are worshipping it, what you're actually doing is you are pouring your divine, God-given light into this idol. It's an energy harvester, right? So what I see is like this, like a energy thing, right? I wish it's like a pole with a ball on top of it. And what it actually does is it sucks in your divine God-given light, right? So people are worshipping the God of the Bible, and what they're actually doing is they are surrendering their divine right, their divine light, to this external force. And remember, the external world is just an illusion. So what you are actually doing is you are keeping yourself out of alignment from Christ, from the one, from the truth, from God, right? The true God. So God is within here. God is within, and to access that frequency means healing and releasing the darkness. So part of this ascension means I've had to learn by experience. I know exactly how it's done. I know the path. I've uncovered those instruction sets. I've balanced and aligned my light body, my Merkaba. So, and at every interdimensional level, I've seen what we're up against, right? So in time, I get to share the healing attunement, the Christ attunement, the heart activation. Don't know when Spirit's going to let me do that, but that's what I've been told recently. But number one is I need to share with you guys, like, what you guys are up against, like the truth of all the things that are blocking you, that are keeping you stuck, right? So at the first level, the first layer of this 12 tree grid, the blueprint, your divine blueprint, you need to be able to release and all those negative emotions that are trapped within your field, these toxicities, So that's why in the beginning, when I started healing, hang on, I'll just call my dog back. Demi, back here, please. Come on. She always wants to get past this point where she's not allowed to go. And if I sit here, I bet you she will just keep trying to push the boundaries and get back there. So we need to be able to heal ourselves and release a huge amount of stuff all at once. So the healing modalities and techniques, practices of the old world keep people limited and keep them fixed and keep their head not even above water. Like, I was drowning before I had this heart activation, before I was christened and begun creating this healing program to release all these things at once. Oh, there's a couple of dogs over there. She wants to get over there. There's a few dogs over there, actually, in a no dog zone. Yeah, so there's all these energies trapped within your field. And because they're trapped within your field, you are actually vibrating those frequencies. So, these frequencies of shame, fear, guilt, creative insecurity, worthlessness, right? And, it affects the way we feel about ourselves, the way we think about ourselves. They are damning. So what is needed is to release all these things that are trapped in your field. And it's like we have to start at ground zero, right? This physical body, this red chakra, releasing all, oh God, because don't forget, you are one. So you are every character in this simulation. You are every player. You are one. You are every ancestor. You are every life you've ever lived. You are the collective. So this is how spirit communes with us. It mirrors things to us. So recently, I was saying the other day, and please do like this, save this, share this, anchor into this. The more that you give to this, the more that we get this out there, the more this is going to help our collective. Because this is me showing up because I'm energetically able. And I need to sow these seeds of illumination so you guys and so other people can find their place in this life and stand strong, reclaim their light, their power, understand their mission, their purpose. Demi, come here. Come here. Sorry, just 1 second. She's drinking salt water. I'm just going to put this phone down. You're just going to look at the ocean for a second. Don't touch her. Come here. No, come here. Don't drink all my water. All right. Okay. So pretty, hey. So Spirit's message to you is you found this for a reason. So don't squander this light. Use it. Use this knowledge, use this information, incorporate it into your life. So I looked at Joshua's comment, Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life, only one who heals. So Jesus is like, this is Jesus 2.0. Okay, Jesus is outdated. He did what he did in that moment in time. He is a character in this simulation. So we are all, this Jesus character is all a part of us, right? But that's just one little aspect. And by worshipping Jesus Christ and saying he is the only way, right? This is a deception, right? And that is treating him like an idol. And I'm pretty positive he warned against that. So we've got to be very careful with the thoughts that we think and the things that we state, because what they actually do is they keep us locked into a low frequency. They keep us locked into deception. So, holographic Jesus came to me in my awakening in 2006, told me all this stuff. I'm going to have a son, I'm going to have a daughter, this is going to happen, your grandmother's going to die on this date. All happened. Exactly, right? Before I did my Reiki Master, holographic Jesus, he appeared to me again and he wrote me a big letter, right? And when I was attuned, when I was baptized, christened, holographic Jesus showed up. He did that. But on this journey, what I learned is that's me. And that's how spirit uses these characters, like these famous characters, like Jesus is like this famous character, and he attained the frequency of Christ. He embodied Christ. He embodied the mother, the father. He became the child of God, and embodied the Holy Spirit, the Trinity, right? The three aspects, mother, father come together to create the child. It is this creation process. It's the core of creation. It's this, where we all originate from, right? This spirit, right? This spirit. And am I glary? Is that sunlight shining, making it really glary? So good morning, Shane. So this, and this is it. So many people have had these visitations from this holographic Jesus. Well, holographic Jesus is how I express it and how spirit expresses it, right? Because we are in this hologram. So holographic Jesus, this character, and it's a part of us. So it's like the Christ overrides everything, because right now we are in the Antichrist program. So you will be chosen, but it's you're choosing yourself, because ultimately the one is you, right? So it's like this mind spin thing. So there's so many people out there that have had these visitations from Jesus, right? And there's a lot of, because of the deception in this world, the full truth of why that has happened to them hasn't been revealed. Because for that truth to actually be revealed, for you to know the truth, means you going within and healing and following your heart, your mind, unplugging from that external world. The external world is very crucial to our spiritual development, because we use the reflections from our soul to be able to heal that. So everything external to you is you. So right now, there's things happening in your life, there's certain emotions. I want you to look at it like patterns, like these patterns. Like, oh, I've noticed there's a lot of people and there's this theme of shame. Recently, the pattern that I was being illuminated to me was greed, right? There were certain people in my external world that were very greedy. And it was relating to the 7 levels of hell and the 7 deadly sins. And I kept seeing this pattern of greed. And I'm like, oh, what's happening, right? And with healing, I discovered the truth of why that pattern was showing up. And because I healed on it, and I followed my heart, I followed my inner tuition, my inner guide, I used my healing record, and that's something I teach my members how to do, how to heal. And the truth to that pattern was illuminated, and there was a massive shift within. And it was very interesting. Oh my God, Amy. Yeah, that's right. And I spoke about that yesterday in yesterday's live, right? The very beginning, because we were talking about the new program word and a word that saved me. Like, I've had so many different code words in all these different, oh my God, it's been ridiculous, right? And so yesterday, and I posted that to YouTube if you didn't catch it, I remembered how what we used was love, 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 and that started the program and the clearing and everything like that. So it's one of those things that is being reignited within me, and there's been a lot of memories. It's like a full circle type thing. So I'm very excited about that. I'm not sure, because there's a lot of changes that's happened since then. So what, in the beginning with that heart activation attunement, what that actually is it's a transfer of information from myself to the recipient, or how do you say that word? Recipient, to the person receiving, basically. So we connect, and I transfer that information through that nervous system and the energetic body to that person. So when they use those code words, they are able to release that. But see, that was the very beginning of my ascension and the ascension journey. And those people that received that were receiving the attunements as they were coming, they were receiving the updates, the upgrades, they were receiving it. So, and the very important ingredient that many people didn't realize, that I didn't realize at the time, was the knowledge and the information coming out in the live streams in the Facebook group for the members that received that. So for the people that weren't showing up and they weren't receiving the latest knowledge, the latest upgrades, they were falling out of alignment. And it's like, because they weren't receiving the new fine-tuned information, or the more, because this is an evolution, guys. Like everything, week by week, month by month, is evolving. So it's like, um, it was so important for those members to show, like, not only get the attunement, but to show up to the live streams, to invest in themselves and the knowledge. And it's like, there's so much that I didn't know back then, and but there's so much that I've learned since then, you know. And like back then, it's like we were clearing like the emotional energies, we were clearing the entities, we were clearing the will to, or the will, the energies, the broadcast messages, the weapons, the energy weapons, the sabotage, the self-sabotage, what were they called? The saboteurs. We were clearing the addictive heart energies, we were clearing the heart wall, like automatically, right? And then as I healed, I was able to release more frequencies than what those that received the heart attunement were doing, right? So then there was like a new attunement where people could receive the latest attunement to release like all these toxins at once, like recreational drug energies, radiation energy, mold, fungus, bacteria, all those things. So when they triggered that healing program, they received the attunement, they triggered that program by saying the code words to heal. They were able to release those layers that had surfaced within their field. And this is it, the path to ascension. Like, it's like so many times it's like, oh my God, are we there yet? Like, we can heal so much, but then it's like there was still more, and there was all the dark forces. And then, you know, after that we were clearing like all these ET energies, these reptilian energies. Then we went through the layer of the Anunnaki. So that was like the level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of the blueprint, right? And but I kept going and clearing all these demons, clearing all these archons, and at the same time balancing and aligning with the planet Earth, with the solar core, moving through the doorway to the Andromeda galaxy. And it was like, it's this journey, but it's all this journey of mind, right? So all these things I've had to do, I've had to learn by experience. And it's like it feels like I'm constantly chasing my tail. And this is what I mean. I know what you guys are up against. I know all the frequencies within your field that are keeping you stuck, that are keeping you isolated, that are keeping you lost, that are keeping you from your truth, the truth. You know, there's so many things that we resonate right in that moment, right? But there's a lot that are deceptions, because there's a lot of thoughts, there's a lot of things that are not yours, right? At one level of consciousness, it's the archons. Though the thoughts that you have, are they your thoughts? A lot of them aren't, right? But if we keep moving higher and higher into these higher dimensions, right? What I came to realize is everything's us, everything's you, all these things within the matrix. Let's call it the shadow matrix, because there's always going to be a matrix, because it's a mind matrix, and it's how the one keeps everything in order, okay? But we're talking about, oh, hey, I'm Simply Anna. Nice to see you back again. Yeah, so it's like everything in this simulation is you. You are the creator, and it's a mirror. The external reality is a mirror. And you're ready for this information, and that's why it's shown up on your For You page, why you clicked that that intuition, why you clicked that thing to come and join us. You know, there's something within you that's guiding you here, because look, if you're not meant for this, you will not resonate with it, and you'll just be like, and you'll just turn away completely, right? But the fact that you are here is like, you know, I know there's something within you, and spirit is guiding you here, and you're still here. But why are you here? It's like, because you need these golden codes of illumination from the Christ, from the one, from your truth, your source, your essence. You know, and you've been on this life journey and had so many crazy ass things happen to you. You have so many questions that need an answer. You are on this quest of knowledge, right? And you want to know the truth, and you're going to constantly seek the truth. And that's what we are. Ultimately, we are truth seekers. And looking back to 2019, the deception that I was under was freaking ridiculous. When I look back to 2020, 2021, oh my God, the things that I fell for through these dark energies. But on this journey, balancing and aligning releasing the darkness, the denseness, the separation, healing and releasing the demons. What happened was I am a commander now, right? So I have the light and the dark forces in this balance, right? The darkness, the shadows, I'm a commander of that. So this is you learning how to release those frequencies from your field to master. This is the path of self-discovery, self-mastery, where you learn how to command your space, claim your energy back, how to stand strong and be this, I'm just seeing this being of light, like a light beam, like a pillar of light. That's what I'm seeing. Like and now I'm seeing a lighthouse, right? Because for so long it's like the shadows, these things are happening to you. You don't have any control, right? But you do. Like, you control everything. So it's like we need to, let me have some water. So I get to share all this knowledge, this information. It's very overwhelming because there's that much that I've been through since 2019, since I was christened, since I began this journey. There's so much, and it's like, Spirit, what do I need to do? And because I'm still learning, because I'm still coming up against the shadows, the darkness, right? Because I'm healing for the collective, I'm healing for the one now. So right now I'm healing you, right? So it's like there's a lot of weight on my shoulders. And this is the way it's always been. And this is the why it has been this way for you too. You have a lot of weight on your shoulders. Right now there's this entanglement, this quantum entanglement, where you are tied up to everything in that old world, this shadow matrix. You are this okay. So what I'm seeing is like this darkness, right? And what I'm seeing is the new moon. So I'm seeing the new moon that's dark. So Spirit is showing me this cycle of being, or the seasons of being. This is a teaching within my membership community. And you are this monad, right? You are this frequency wave. And every lunar cycle, you go through 4 phases: ascend, release, calibrate, integrate. Ascend, release, calibrate, integrate. Every 28 days with the lunar cycles, right? So what I'm seeing is the new moon, and the new moon is when we are down, right? Our frequency wave is in the lowest point. And with the new moon, we move into shadow season. So 14 days worth of shadow season. So if you like this content, do press that follow button. Please do share this, because this is sacred wisdom, knowledge from the core of creation, from the Christ, to aid in your spiritual awakening and evolution. These are golden seeds of illumination that are being taken by you right now, because you are showing up for this. You are receiving this. It is being taken into your system, to your body, and it is healing, right? Knowledge heals. Knowledge is power. Thank you for sharing. I'm simply Anna. And that's all, like, that's what we need to do, right? Just share, to sow these seeds of illumination. It's quite simple, and it doesn't cost a thing. And the more that we share this, the more that we show up for the information and receive and heal, like, that's us playing our part. Because my ultimate intention for all of you guys is to be able to heal and access your truth and receive that clarity of mind where you see through the illusion, and where you don't let the shadows rock you, right? Like, I want you to command, like, to be the commander of your space, and to use this divine instrument in which you are. I want you to use that, right? I want you to fine tune that, to be able to raise your frequency and your level of consciousness. Because what happens when you do that? You raise the level of consciousness of the collective. Like, how effed up is some of the crap out there in this world? Like, it's ridiculous. It's nonsensical. Oh, I better keep an eye out for my dog. Where is she gone? She is a cheeky little thing. She's like a mum. She pushes the boundaries. She won't go too far. Yeah, this is a place for dogs to roam free. Here she is. Demison, where did you go? Hey, say hello. She had a haircut. She had a haircut yesterday. So yesterday, you guys would have seen her on the YouTube, and she was a little scruffy, little plumpy. Yeah, she's being shaved down. Looks like she's lost some pounds. Different dog. Quantum energy healing. Absolutely. This is quantum energy healing. This is cosmic energy healing. You know, so it's time for us to heal, to release the entanglement, right? Because right now, everything is bombarding you. And because you haven't been taught, because humans haven't been taught how to operate through the divine, how to access their divine light and their divine right, because we have been taught to interact in this external reality that doesn't serve us, because we have poured our heart, our love out to others, because we have worshipped others, and it's like, oh my God, you're freaking awesome, you're a freaking rock star, you're the best, you're the best, you're the best. Like, turn that inward, man. Like, turn that inward. Turn that love, that, I'm seeing the adoration. How do you say that? But I'm seeing that word, adore, like, I'm seeing that word adore, like adoring, that adoration energy inward. Like, that's what Spirit's saying. You need to do that right now. Like, you have this gift within you, right? And you must worship yourself. Give yourself that love, that self-love, that attention. And the way that you do that, the way that you show Spirit that you are ready, is by healing, going within. Because going within is like this portal, and it's this gateway, right? The heart, this core, is a gateway. It's a portal to the divine. So what we must do, I'm seeing like a tube being turned inside out. That's really weird. But I'm just seeing like a Chinese finger trap sort of tubey thing being turned inside out. Okay. So so we have to turn. So I guess that sort of means like just we need to operate completely different. I love that movie. I love Evan Almighty. I love it. That's so good. Um, that's it. There's things that we're guided to watch. Like, there's a lot of misinformation within the spiritual community. Oh, don't watch TV. Turn off the TVs. And, you know, it's like, no, like our inner child, the creator uses creation to communicate with us as well, right? So it's like, no, like if I love watching shows and stuff like that, and I'm guided to certain things, and on this ascension journey, like I'll be guided to something, and then all these profound lessons will come in, and you know, things that Spirit needs me to know, but it's like it communicates through this creative outlet, right? Because you're a portal for the divine. The creators of that show, they're a portal for the divine, right? They're a portal of creation. We have these people that go within. They write things, they create things through the imagination, through their thoughts, right? So what they're actually doing is they're connecting to the one eternal mind, the source, and they're relaying this message through this creative outlet. Like, they're creating this TV show, they're creating this movie, they're creating these songs, music, right? You know, and there's a lot of the music I like, a lot of spiritual people will go, you're meant to be spiritual, you shouldn't be listening to that. Oh my God, like that's rock music, that's the devil, right? But our path is forged through the shadows. We resonate. You know, I resonate with a lot of rock, metal, you know, Metallica, Avenged Sevenfold, System of a Down. You know, I love that. Muse, my favorite, like they're my favorite, right? But at other times of my life, of my journey, there's been other things that, you know, that I've been in resonance with. So, so it's like there's a lot of people out there in the spiritual community, in the religious community, right, that judge. And they say, well, you're not godly if you're doing this, but they're actually worshipping Satan. this wolf in sheep's clothing. Oh, I do love, I love Jim Carrey, like some of his stuff. Um, yeah, definitely resonated with some of his stuff. I love Will Ferrell. Um, and there's certain people in those in the communities as well, in the conspiracy, the whole conspiracy thing, and where they're like, oh my god, they're Satanist devil worshippers, they're part of the Illuminati and all that sort of stuff. Like, everything's you. Don't judge shit, right? You are you, and you follow your inner guide, your inner compass, and you're going to be guided to things for a reason. And within those things, encoded within those things, are messages from the divine, from your spiritual self, from God, right? And remember, God is the individual aspect of the one in which you are. So you're not going to go to heaven by worshipping that God externally to you. Okay? Like, everything in this external reality, there's a trap, right? There's a trap. The Bible is a massive trap. It's a soul trap. And the God of the Bible is actually the devil. It's Satan. It's devil energy. There's deception in it. But the way that you use that Bible, right, if you were into that sort of thing, I'm not, but the way that you use that is by, there's golden illuminations within it, sewn within it. Because the reason this soul trap in the Bible works, the way that it traps souls, is because it has truth in it as well. Okay? It's stories, it's symbolism, and we use our intuition, and we use our minds to decode this truth. So certain things that will stick out to you, if you're into that sort of thing, something totally different will stick out to someone else. And the way in which you understand it, one scripture or whatever, may be very, very different to the way someone else explains it perceives it, right? So it's like, and all right, let's just say on this ascension journey, right? This is an example. So I don't read the Bible, but I'm going to use a scripture as a example, right? So just say that there was a scripture that I liked and I perceived it in a certain way, and it's like, okay, so the truth to this scripture, the way that it pertains to me, is this, that, and the other, right? But on this ascension path, with healing, as you grow and evolve, right, that the way that you interpret that message may be completely different, right? A complete deeper understanding, because it's like this multidimensionality where the way that you position yourself in this realm, I can't explain it. It's like it's different angles. Like, you are an angle, you are an individual, you are an angel, right? Like, it's like, this is I'm just saying I'm saying angle. Yeah. It's like these coordinates. It depends on the position that you're at and the way that you're seeing it to the way that you are able to interpret it, sort of thing. I don't know if you can understand what I'm saying, but absolutely, angle is angel. Like, we are these, it's the same thing, same frequency. Angle, angel, angel is a symbol, right, of this angle, because everything is mathematical, right? Everything is geometry, right? So it's like these things like angels, these divine aspects of the one. See, because when we look at angels, there's all these individual angels too, right? So angles. So, but it's like, depending on where you're standing, I'm just seeing this reflection. The reflection changes. I cannot explain what I'm trying to get. I mean, I can see it clearly. I just can't explain it. So, yeah, Jordan, this cycle of being, the seasons of being, the lunar cycles, the 4 cycles that we go through, it's this 360 revolution every 28 days. So every day we're we're operating from a different angle, but ultimately we are the one, right? We are the one, but we're just operating from a different angle, and from this angle, we're able to be strengthened in certain areas. Yeah, it's very interesting. Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I've had that picture for so long now, and hasn't changed. But that's it. You're the light. Like, and it's this symbol too. Like, if we look at that, the profile picture of myself, like I do things through the guidance of spirit, through the guidance of the one. So the logo, I don't know. You can see. I don't know where my logo is, um, but it's in this. If you look at the membership and the stickers that are available, it's in there. The logo for this gift that I share. It's this portal. It's this divine portal. But also, it's a symbol that I wish I could share it. It's a symbol that it's like a compass that draws a circle as well. There's a lot of hidden knowledge encoded within the symbol. It's also the power symbol, the master symbol that initiates are given so they can heal, because it's constantly being upgraded. So it might be on my website. You might be able to see that logo on my website. I don't know. So I have a profile picture and a logo. But anyway, the logo was created a long time ago by the Golden Age Collective. So it was 11 of these beings that I was working with: Jesus, Vishnu, Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, Saint Germain. There were others, but they actually gave me that symbol to use, the logo to use. And at probably around the same time, they probably helped me with my profile picture that you can see there, with the light behind me. So, oh, beautiful. Oh, cool. And that's it. Like, we're here to decode things. Like, there's so many things that, and I had someone say on Facebook the other day, I'm on this journey and my husband doesn't get me. He doesn't, and it's like, we need to understand, right, that we're not here to convince anyone of anything. We're here to use our divine instrument, our vessel. We're here to heal, to fine tune, so we can navigate, right? Because it's like we need to, and it's like this inner compass, this spiritual discernment. Spirit wants me to bring to light. It's like this inner compass. You heal, so that compass is able to guide you to that next step, right? So it's like this spiritual discernment is key. So the shadows, the darkness, the demons, the entities, the emotions, the feelings, the beliefs, the energetic weapons, the saboteurs, all those galactic energies, the ET energies, all the interferences, all the things that we resonate with that are low frequency, all those things. I need to go and get more water. Those things have to surface within our field, so we become aware of them, we release them, and as we do that, our compass is our inner guide is able to guide us further on the path. Because what happens if we don't heal? If you guys don't, you guys can show up here, but if you don't interact, comment, if you don't like this, because remember, this is you affirming, right? So by pressing that love heart button, by sharing that, you are really, what's the word, like ingraining yourself in this sort of thing. Like you're connecting your energy to this, so you're going to receive back healing. That is a given, right? So there's certain concepts, certain things that I say that you may not understand, which is 100% going to happen, right? Because I see through the eye of God, the eye of the one. I'm a messenger for the one, so everything comes from the one. So I've been on a journey since 2019, and the amount of things that I've had to release to be able to receive this, to see this, to be this, to embody this, is freaking out of this world. So I don't expect anyone and I don't want anyone just to take my word for it. What I want you to do, what the Christ wants you to do, is go within and see it for your truth. Oh, really, Jordan? You too, 2019. That's very cool. And that's I have found life more settling knowing this. That's so good, because I'm here to, like, it's like I'm here to just, I'm spirit saying just be real, like be real. Like this is it's a shit show out there, right? And we feel so alone, so lost, like no one hears us, and we feel that no one cares about us. We care about everyone, but no one cares about us, you know. And in time that will change, that will shift, but I'm here to give you guys that love, right? Because I know this has been the darkest, most horrible thing ever, right? But there's been glimmers of light. And earlier, like last year, I went through these lessons of self-love. Like I thought I would always be single, right? Because I just thought there is no way anyone would ever get me. And I went through this journey of these lessons, right, of doing these releases and stuff like that. And, that part of the book, the part of that spiritual lesson, my unique spiritual lesson book, right? Is that the Akashic Records? Anyway, I don't know. But anyway, this book, right, it was Spirit's like, okay, you're up to the self-love chapter, okay? So you have to release all this crap. And then what happens, like I remember this, right? I'm watering the garden, listening to George Benson, the greatest love of all. And this, it was so weird, right? I'm watering the garden and the greatest love of all by George Benson was on. And I love that song. I've always loved that song since I was a kid. Like it just, oh my God, it's the best song ever, right? Such a powerful message of love in it. The greatest love of all, And, so if you haven't heard that song, Google it. It's freaking awesome. And where's my dog gone again? So I'm watering the garden and listening to that song, and then the knowledge that came through. But what it felt like was this waterfall of this, just all negativity, just being washed away. And it's like, oh, that's very funny. Like now I'm just thinking of it. That's very funny because I was watering the garden. Right? And I think, oh, that's very funny. Like in this little, and it was like this self-love, all these lessons from then on started coming through about self-love. And I gave myself that, it's like, you've been through it. Like, you like just give yourself that pat on the shoulder sort of thing. But it was like this love energy and I cannot explain it. And it was like, I don't know. I'm just being shown like me watering the plants and this love being watered, like rained down on me, like this loop. That's really weird. But anyway, not long after, like I reconnected with someone that I always had this love in my heart for because you're just a beautiful person. Never like nothing ever happened there. So anyway, reconnected with him and like I've never been treated the way that he's treated me, and we're just so it's like our inner child's just play, and we're just stupid sometimes, right? But I've never felt love, and I feel love with this person, right? And so it's just beautiful. So that happened when I found that self-love within myself. It was this month of putting up these boundaries and not putting up with toxic relationships. You know how when you on this path, a lot of people turn their back on you and walk away, right? Like, and these people that are very, very toxic and keeping you in these negative cycles, but you keep in your life anyway, because out of loyalty, because you're a very loyal person. Yeah, so that there was a lesson in relation to that where there was this person who I totally, we were in two total different worlds, right? You know, a friend. And she was going her path and I was going mine. But because we had been in each other's lives for so long, and I really cared for her because she did have a good heart, right? But it's like the more that, you know, and I started to try and do things with her, like, you know, go to the gym and do healthy things so we could find, like, keep that bond that we were losing, right? And, but doing that, it just, his spirit was like, by you staying in this relationship, you are doing everything to make that relationship work. You are giving and you are pouring your love out, and you're not getting anything back. And, you know, so like you need to let go. And it's like, spirit, not again, you know, because people turn their back on us and we have to release these things that aren't serving us anymore if we wish to spiritually evolve and ascend, right? And it's these lessons that spirit gives us in relation to self-worth, you know. And so and once I let that go, that's when this whole lesson in spiritual self-love came through. And the reason that happened was because she was keeping me locked into this low frequency, but she wasn't, I was. And by myself letting go and just surrendering and trusting, following spirit's guidance, I was actually gifted by spirit these really powerful lessons in relation to self-love. So yeah, and then I actually found love, and that's not something I never wanted. Like, I was like, no, I'm never going to get into a relationship again. I'm never going to, because it's like I give everything. So it's very interesting that there's someone that receives what I'm giving, but also returns that. It's really, really cool. And it's like balance. So, and I guess that was a gift from the universe, from the one. I need water. I'm dying. So we go through these really hard lessons. The spirit really tests us, and we have to make these sacrifices. But ultimately, when we do, we are gifted with a deeper truth. And through this truth, we feel more connected and more at home, and we feel that frequency of love more, and we're moving more into this authentic energy, this authenticity, because we're not playing a role anymore in someone else's life that we know that we've outgrown. You know, like, it's like, so we need to honor ourselves. And that's the one thing, spirit, that God, the one, wants you to do, is to honor yourself, see your worth. Like, oh, so we all have individual, we all have our unique truth to share, and spirit's going to put us through our lessons the exact way that we are meant to have our lessons, right? So hello, morning. Um, yeah, so where are we? My dog's making friends. Oh, that's very cool. Yeah. And there was a lot of lessons in relation to the merging of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. So what had actually happened prior to that was I had merged my masculine and my feminine energy, my divine masculine, my divine feminine energy, to move into alignment to embody this child, right? The holy child. So Spirit was saying that that had to mirror in my reality. So if physically speaking, right, because energetically I had balanced my masculine and my feminine within, like that was the next thing, because everything within mirrors out into external reality, if you know what I mean. So that was my divine masculine coming in the physical, right? Because again, we are all one. And it's very funny because we do mirror each other a lot. And we do, it's not all rainbows and butterflies, because we have to reflect certain things to one another where we need to grow deeper, right? If you know what I mean. So, so the Holy Spirit healing, the ultimate love comes from our Heavenly Father. So that's a part of us. And the way that the Holy Father was revealed to myself as I was moving through this embodiment frequency to embody the Heavenly Father, the Holy Father, was this pink higher heart energy. And right now, what I'm seeing is this Yeshua. So when I merged my divine feminine and my divine masculine, what I actually did was, it was like this Yeshua. So it's like Nadine and Yeshua. So this feminine aspect of myself and this masculine aspect of myself. So in reality, I had come here and done that before. So I'm coming back with all the information that I had back then, bringing that plus a whole heap of new stuff, right? Because in that time and space, right, well, I don't see a lot about, because I haven't been illuminated, it has not been illuminated to me. But the way that it's been illuminated to me is, okay, so back in the day, it's very patriarchal, right? So it's all about the Holy Father, the Holy Father, the Holy Father, the Holy Spirit, right? When they, it's like the Holy, what is it? Can someone please tell me? It's like in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. See, that's all out of whack, right? Now, at that time in space, when Jesus, Yeshua came through, and that knowledge was written, that may or may not have been what he received. I do not know. We do not know, because the feminine was stripped from all that stuff back then. So there's a lot of stuff that was taken and they took away the feminine aspect, right? So we never know truly what happened back then. All we know is what is happening in this now moment. But part of this embodying the masculine and the feminine, right? I was embodying divine feminine. I've embodied Sophia. I've balanced, aligned, become one with all the goddesses, right? And the Yeshua was this, notice I don't call him Jesus anymore, because the name Yeshua is very important and it holds a very powerful lesson, right? So anyway, in this divine masculine, this divine feminine, this embodiment, when I'm balancing and aligning, having my divine sacred union, Yeshua, it was like this divine sacred union, this marriage between Nadine and Yeshua, which was really crazy and weird. The Spirit saying, no, you are Yeshua, right? Yes, you are. Like, you are Yeshua. Yeshua. Like Yeshua. Yes, you are, right? And so I'm like, whoa, okay. But like, you are all these things too, right? So it's just like, but the way that I see the Holy Father and the way that I'm seeing him now is just this pink, this beautiful pink. So the mother descended into matter. She had to reclaim herself, right? That's the path I've been on, the journey I've been on. I've embodied Sophia. I've embodied the Holy Mother, done all the stuff, right? And that's I'm speaking from experience. And when Yeshua walked his path, he spoke from experience. A lot of the stuff that there was a book written about him, that a lot of deception in relation to, you know, like There's a lot of stuff that isn't true in that Bible. A lot of stuff that was written just to control the masses, to keep them worshipping the idols. So those religious systems could be rich to. Why do you think they're rich? Because they harness energy. Energy is money. Simple as that, right? So now is the time that we, the people on the ground, the ones that have been struggling and suffering, the true chosen, we get to override those systems, right? So the Holy Mother, she descended into darkness to reclaim herself, to have her divine sacred union with the Father, and in this gives birth to the child. This is a creation process. This is a procreation. Um, and yeah, so all this stuff is speaking from the path of Christ, from this. It sounds out there. It sounds crazy, but it's like I've done it. This is my truth, and I get to share it. And if you guys wish to know how to walk this path of ascension to embody Christ, join us, right? And help this movement by sharing. That's all it takes. You sowing these seeds of illumination. I'm showing up for you. We show up for one another. So part of this ascension was 12 um, disciples, if you want to call it. And that was a part of this embodiment process of the blueprint. And then as we moved and as we moved more into the one, closer to the one, that changed. So it's all based on numbers and geometry and balance. And the beings that have supported me on this journey and received the attunement from Christ, the blueprint attunement, to be able to heal and anchor the frequency to hold space for myself, for the Christ to do this job. So in time, I will be able to share this with others. I don't know when the divine will have me do that. Yeshua. That's funny. That's it. And I'm so excited because like I said, like I have really wanted to serve for so long. Like it's been, where's my dog? Oh, she's having a rest. She's all tired out. Um Yeah, so I've just always wanted to serve, but energetically not been able to because I've been healing, purging, releasing, and then in that releasing, receiving more lessons, more truth, more knowledge, so I can know it, what I'm actually speaking about, like 100%. And we all know that when we get what Spirit is trying to teach us, the lessons stop showing up because we've integrated that within our being. We know it, right? So the things that I teach, they're not based on old world books and someone else's experience. This is my experience. Where's she gone? This is my experience. So one had to come through. The mother had to descend into darkness to be able to reclaim herself, to remember who she was, and to have that divine sacred union with the Holy Father. And in this coming together of the Holy Mother and the Holy Father, the child was born. So again, this is all happening through us, through me. And so that's the Holy Trinity, isn't it? The Mother, the Father, the child. Also, that's a pattern of this mind, right? The conscious, the unconscious, the subconscious. Um, the shadow self, the power self, the mirror self. Again, it's a pattern of this consciousness energy. Um, again, those three also can fit into the flower of life, right? It's a geometry, it's a pattern. So from this path, I've moved from the old world realm of separation to unity consciousness, Trinity consciousness into unity consciousness, the one. Because then all those three circles came into one, and then it turned into a golden halo. So I speak for the mother, I speak for the father, I speak for the child, I speak for the Christ, I speak for the one. And that's just who I am. And as crazy as it sounds, it just is, right? And I've done this, I've embodied this, and now I get to share. Hey, Tony, I get to share with you guys and get to share with you the gifts from this process. And I've wanted to do this for so long. So if you're not a follower, click that follow button, head over to the link in the bio and connect to my other socials. At the moment, I've just been here on this on TikTok going live. I haven't done Facebook and YouTube yet, but I do always post these videos onto YouTube. So, thank you, Tony. Thank you for that beautiful gift. Yeah, so I always post these onto, let me have some water, onto YouTube. So you can watch the replay to this on YouTube. There is a replay from yesterday there as well. But I feel like today feels a lot more powerful. So we have work to do. Now, yesterday in the live stream, and we've got 8 people watching, which is very symbolic of this, what I'm about to say, is the now, right? So 8, turn it on its side, it's like this infinite sign, this balance, right? And this infinity sign, if you look at the axis point, right, it's this now moment. So the very, where those two lines intersect, that now moment. So just take a moment now and just in your mind, close your eyes and just bring your hands together. So you're balancing your masculine and your feminine sides. I can't because I'm holding a phone. And just say now. And just bring your attention in, right? So this is something very powerful that we can all do to balance and align. The now moment is the most powerful, and that's where we really harness our force, right? We're not pulled to either side, to the past, to the present, to, it's like, because constantly there's these energies, these frequencies that pull us out of alignment, right? And our thoughts are so powerful. So if we can just come in, just bring ourselves into the now moment, that word has been my savior, because I've been going through some really dark lessons to get to this point this month. Every month, like on my membership lives, if anyone wants some really powerful transformational healing, some messages from the divine, the core of creation, like we do drawings and all that sort of stuff, head over there, become a member. You get access to the vault where you can watch all these past streams, where you can access all this knowledge and get a peek at this ascension process and what it's actually been like and what I've been through, and the messages that I've received every month as I'm going through this process of ascension. And it's ridiculous. Oh, thank you for the share. Yeah, so I'm just so glad to be out here now and connecting with you guys. Because at the end of the day, I'm here to raise the frequency of the collective and share the truth from the divine, from the one, from the spiritual sun, source, the Christ, the all one frequency. And so we can all be free, right? Because it's your mind, your thoughts that create. And and I'm not perfect, right? When we are going through these dark lessons month by month, right, what happens is these frequencies are surfacing within your field because you're a transmuter, okay? So you have been sent here to transmute the darkness. And to transmute the darkness, you must actually feel it. As you're releasing it, like it surfaces within your field, you embody that frequency. It consumes you. It affects your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings. Like, you feel so down, so crap. So the one word that has helped me, because part of this healing program is everything's programmed into the power symbol. So those that have received the attunement, thank you for the rose, Tony. Everything that has been, this healing program is programmed into the power symbol. It's programmed into certain words along the way. So everything right now has been programmed into the word now. But the word now in our membership live, we actually received why it is so powerful, certain reasons why it is so powerful. And it all comes down to structure, and it comes down to this access point. So that can be found, I believe, in the group coaching part. So it's the word now. Anyone can do that. Anyone can set their intention on the word now, right? There is a certain structural element to it that relates to the divine and this balance, right? Divine balance. And with our thoughts alone, because you've got to understand the one, the truth, the source is this eternal mind, the creator, right? The one eternal mind. Before there was anything physical, it was mind. It was consciousness, thought, right? So we have these God-given gifts of thought, thinking, right? Where these are what actually created this whole physical realm. Sophia had a thought to create. Why did she have that thought to create? Because it came from the Most High, because now is the time to create something physical. And through this thought, she created, right? She created this dark being. She was pulled out of alignment because of this creation of hers. This dark being created archons. It created demons, legions of demons. It created this physical realm of separation. And in his creation, every time he created, every time this divine light was pulled out of her, and she fell deeper, 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 right? She fell deeper. She descended. The Holy Mother, she descended into darkness through her creation. But she was the reason why we are here in this physical realm, why we have this whole simulation set up, right? The mother's creatrix. So it's like everything happens for a reason. Everything happened for a reason. We don't judge demons, archons. We don't judge anything like that. Like, it's a part of our story, and it's a part of how we get ourselves out of this shit. It's by us learning how to heal, right? This is the Holy Mother and the healing program, the attunement from the one, so you can be able to release those low frequencies so the Holy Mother can be reclaimed through you, right? And so you can begin this whole ascension journey, right? It can only be done by releasing the frequencies, by releasing the attachments, by releasing the separation, the darkness, the denseness, to enlighten yourself, right? To become more light, because at the end of the road, you are the light. Thank you, Jordan, for your valuable insights. That's beautiful. So yeah, Enki, we released the draconian and reptilian energies. Part of this journey means I've had to become one with Enki. That was a very painful process, because again, he's one of those lower world characters. So it's like, when did we go through Enki? Enki would have been a couple of years ago. I was on top of the world, and then got dragged back down to the lower realm, and had to become one with both an Enki, both Enki. Um, but then once I released those frequencies from my field, I became free, and I was able to move into that axis point of this infinite balancing within this the macrocosmic, the microcosmic. It was a very interesting part of the journey. Morning. Yeah, I hear Empress 28. I get you, because chosen one is a label. And there's a lot of people who say they're a chosen one, but it's based on programming, it's based on deception. So a true chosen, and the way that this came through yesterday as well, it's been a long running theme that the one, the Christ, likes to get through, is the chosen one is the one that chooses, the one that has that will to go within and, release those shadows to command. And so it's, yeah, so a chosen one. Yeah, I have had so many issues for so long using the word God, using the word chosen one, because there's so much deception around those words, that people don't resonate with. Like I for all my life, I didn't resonate with the word God, right? Until, and I still find it hard to say, right? But until, like, spirit is like, no, God is the individual aspect of the one. Like, you are a God at the end of the road. Like, there's all these gods. They've walked this path of ascension, and to on this journey, there was a part of this journey of the ascension where I had to become one. I had to release all the frequencies of the gods, but at the same time, I was merging with this unified field of this network of gods. So I speak for the gods, right? Because I am one. So it's like I'm here as a spokesperson, an advocate for you, right? So you know the truth. Because for so long we've questioned things, haven't we? And tried to, like, put the puzzle together. And there's so much deception. There's so many different things out there that it's hard to put everything together. But on this path of ascension, you will see the truth. Lucifer, I'm a fan of Lucifer. Lucifer is the light bringer. He stood up against that God of the Bible who was actually Satan, and he wanted to free the minds, free the people. So you might need to reevaluate what side of the what side you're on, because unfortunately, there's a lot of people who are worshipping a God that is a war God, that is a God of greed, control, who wants you to sacrifice, who wants you to prove your loyalty, who rules with an iron fist and makes you fear. That is not the true father. That is the false father. Lucifer was here to bring light. Lucifer was here to share truth and say, hey, that dude, he's a poser. I'm sorry, Shane, I do one-on-one appointments, but yeah, I don't do messages and stuff like that, because I'm constantly healing and learning, going through these lessons. So, I'm so excited to be getting out here and connecting, right? But as for private messaging and going back and forth, Spirit will not allow me to do that. Spirit's made certain portals available through my membership, through the one-on-one appointments, where you guys can connect and we can connect face to face and we can talk about anything you want to talk about. But you've had these experiences, and they're all unique to you, right? So it's like, yeah, I had so many things that have happened to me through this ascension, through my life, that I just didn't make sense. And I wanted someone to understand me, but no one understood me, and I would sound like a crazy person. Oh, thank you, Tony, for the roses. Thank you. Yeah, so it's like, so it's up to us to really go within, and again, like, there's so many portals, right? So, you know, you can connect to to TikTok, become a follower on YouTube, Facebook. And the more that you connect, like you are putting that attention, that energy into this connection to this frequency that I share, by sharing this. So there's the free portals and stuff like that. And I'm here to serve you guys and get on here and serve the collective, to raise the frequency of the collective. And you guys are here to do that as well, right? So it's like all of us working together as one. But at the same time, I have to protect my energy, because once upon a time, I didn't protect my energy and I was there for everyone. And what actually happened was, because I was connecting and I was just doing everything for everyone, and like back and forth messaging, and like this was very early on in my journey, what was actually happening was I was draining my light, right? So we all need to understand that, like, you're the one, you have this gift of life, right? And you've had all these experiences, these crazy experiences that no one, you will think that it's like you can't talk to normal people about it, because it's like you don't want to seem crazy, right? Um, so I get you. I understand. Like when I had my awakening in 2006, I didn't even have the internet, right? So I had no one to talk to. I went to the mental health ward because I kept seeing visions. I kept, holographic Jesus was showing up and teaching me stuff, right? And I was getting all this mystical information. I couldn't turn it off. The floodgates to the divine were open, and where's my dog? And couldn't turn it off. And then after that, because things started happening, like, that spirit told me, I was like, what the hell does all this mean? But then discovered I was pregnant, like spirit said, and I switched into mother role, turned off the spiritual world. I was able to, because they gave me meds. And it wasn't until 2014 where I'm like, and I had access to the internet, and I was like, okay, the first thing I checked was like bipolar, but it was like a spiritual. I wanted to understand spiritually what bipolar meant, the spiritual, because I knew it was like they're like, oh, you've got bipolar because it's like highs and lows. Yeah, because I used to always get depressed, right? And then I was high when I went there, because I'm getting all these spiritual insights, all these messages. Colors were brighter. Everything, I was seeing a sparkle. It was like I was seeing the hologram, and it was sparkly, and I was seeing the light within everyone that I met, and it was like the most amazing thing ever. So because I had a history of being depressed, and I went in here and I was so freaking high, right, on life, that's what I was, they said, oh, you got bipolar, right? But I knew it wasn't, right? I knew it. Because of all the confirmations, everything happened, right? So I had no one to talk to. So that's what began me seeking, right? And questioning. 2014, I thought, well, I need to heal. I need to do some Reiki. And the reason I did that was because spirit led me to a place. So a psychic lady, right? So, and I walked in, and she had this reaction to me, and she told me all this stuff. And she's like, I don't know what you're going to be doing. Like it's going to be helping people. It's going to be healing. I don't know if it's Reiki or whatever. So I'm like, okay, what's this Reiki? So I decided to go down that avenue. Right. So it began this seeking energy where it's like, I want to know the truth. I want to know. But I wasn't, when I did the Reiki, I felt the energy and it was amazing and everything like that. But I still had questions. So I kept seeking. So I wanted to know, right? Hello. Yeah. So morning. Yeah. Good, thanks. Yeah. So oh, it says, congrats, Tony lit up Rose in Spiritual Embodiments Gift Gallery. That's very cool. Um, So yeah, so long story short, I don't do messages because Spirit's like, no, if people want to connect with you, there's an appointment. They can make an appointment. They can become a member and interact that way. There's a group coaching, and so there's avenues where I can connect. And but this is it. Like spirit made me do it, right? Because for so long I was struggling and I was suffering, and there's avenues that Spirit wants us to go through, and Spirit wants us to invest in ourselves. So, because think about it. For so long, for all of our lives, we've invested all of our time and energy into people, and then we've been taken from, used and abused, and kicked to the curb because we're no use anymore. Or, they've taken everything they needed to take, and then they just leave us high and dry. Not saying you would do that to me, Shane. But that's kind of what Spirit wants us all to understand. It's like, we need to value our energy and our time because we only have limited time here, right? And we have a big freaking job to do. And, at the moment, like I've never been more in lack, but I just keep doing this anyway, right? Because I follow Spirit. I follow the one. I follow this, like Spirit tests us so bad with money. But the reason that we're tested with money is because money is energy, and we've given all of our freaking energy away. We need time to recoup and reclaim it. I've got to be careful. I'm not going to tread in dog crap because it's like a dog area and people don't pick up their dog crap, which is annoying. No, not true, Jordan. So, my earphones are going to... Oh, did my earphones die? Hang on. Can you guys hear me? Oh, thank you for subscribing, Tony. Okay, sorry. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me because my earplugs just died. Absolutely. So, and it's like, so I'm here to show up and support you guys the best that I can. And there's many different portals in which I can assist you guys. So, so can you guys hear me? Yeah? Because I've just had to take my earphones out because they died. And my battery is getting pretty low too, but it's been worth it. So Jordan, it is true that it's like this old world antichrist program. There's this beast machine. There's so much artificial technology controlling the minds of others. Part of this ascension, I've had to release all those draconian energies and all the different things in which they use to control. So once you can free those from your field, there's no fear, there's no worry because you're able to be free from them, right? So I've done all that. So part of the healing program that I will be sharing is giving you guys the gift to be able to release those frequencies from your field. So this is all about freeing your mind. This is the ascension of Christ, right? This is how the 144 light up and ascend, right? So there's beings that I've given this gift to, given this attunement to, these beings that have supported me through this whole process of since 2019, right? And they've showed up and they've anchored the knowledge, they've received the attunements, they've been releasing these energies, right? So so they can be free of them. So this is the thing. It's the war over fear, right? It's this fear. It's this fear energy. But it's like we're here to bring truth, to bring light, right? So be very careful, Jordan, just where you allow your mind to go and the thoughts that you think and the things that you say, because you are so powerful, right? So that will, like, in your reality, that will be the truth. okay? But just know it's not everyone's truth. Not my truth, not my Master Initiate's truth, okay? So be very careful. Your thoughts create. Your mind is a very, very powerful thing, because at the end of the road, you are the one eternal mind. You are creator, okay? So if you're saying this is the way, well, yep, that's the way. The universe is like, yep, okay, Jordan will be forever trapped in this this reality, right? That he is saying is a thing. That's the way it's going to be. That's the way he's written it. That's the way it's going to be, right? So you just got to be very, very careful. But with healing, you will see the deeper truth to reality. So it's been an absolute pleasure yet again to see you guys. Thank you for subscribing, Tony. Very much appreciated. And the more subscribers I get, the more I'm going to show up here. Simple as that. Because for so long, like, that's what Spirit's saying. And I'm like, yes, really? Am I going to get to, like, get out here and serve and sow these seeds of illumination and put this knowledge out there so others can share it, so we can grow, so we can, like, so this collective can evolve? Like, we've been in the dark for so freaking long. It is time. That's it, Jordan. It's artificial versus natural. So what we are tuning into is the Christ frequency. So K-R-Y-S-T. And you guys are locked into the Antichrist. It's a directional flow of energy. So the Antichrist is the 666, the downward spiral. So by showing up, by tuning in, by pressing that like button, by following, by connecting as deep as you feel guided to my socials, to my, you know, if you feel guided to the membership or the coaching, the healing sessions. Oh no, she's rubbing herself in something. I hope it doesn't stink. You are tuning into this Christ frequency. So the 999, so the upward spiral. So the crystal frequency is this natural, this life, right? So the Antichrist frequency is this anti-life, where everything is reversed, right? So yeah, I hope it's not poop. She did that once. Oh my God, that was the worst. That was the worst thing ever. She rubbed herself in poop one day. She had peas and corn all over the side of her neck. I didn't know. I patted her. Feral. Absolutely feral. But sometimes, a lot of the times, the dogs will find like some sort of sea life that's dead and they'll rub themselves in it. And oh, she just had a groom and a bath yesterday. But I guess it's my fault for giving her too much time down here. But she is loving it. And I'm loving it. I'm loving to connect with you guys. Thanks, Shane. You have a great day too. And that's it, Jordan. Keep sharing your truth. But at the same time, show up here and heal with us. Because I want to assist you, share with you the actual truth. To take away that frequency of fear just by knowing, by this knowledge. Because it is all about the now moment, and by you showing up, your attention, your focus, connecting with us. And that also works for all my other content, right? The YouTube, so if you resonate with this, you like this, there's heaps of free content over on YouTube. So head over to YouTube and subscribe there, and then watch the videos that you feel guided to, because there will be lessons within it from Spirit for you to spiritually advance and grow. That's the way Spirit works. So it's not about following things in a linear pattern. If you're guided to do that, do that. But it's about following our heart and going with the guidance that's there, that we feel guided to. It's like there'll be a spark of interest or curiosity. Oh, what's this one about? And then click on it, because there's probably something in there for you. Check out the sway testing stuff. Go to my channel and check out the sway testing. Learn how to do that. And then it'll be interesting to see when I go live again, if you've done that, come and share what happened with you. So Shane, go and check that out, the sway test, okay? In time, I can't wait. I have so much stuff to create and do. I'm so excited. I'm just waiting for Spirit to give me the go ahead, because it's like I have all these things I want to do, but if I do them in haste, I'm not doing it in alignment with the one, and then it just doesn't work out that great. So I'm just like, I just can't wait. I just can't wait. Oh my God, Shane. So yours didn't. Yeah, well, luckily mine did it, and we were on a walk, and they're like probably about 150 meters away, there was a shower, and it had a tap at the bottom too, and it had really high pressure. So I'm just like, get under there, and I just hosed her off, and oh my God, it was the grossest thing ever. Something so cute doing something so disgusting. Oh, yeah, just treading crap, but lucky it was dry. All right, guys, love you all. The replay will be available for this over on YouTube later. I did upload yesterday's on there, so you can check that out if you've missed that. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the subscriptions. So much appreciated. I'm going to get going now. All right, bye, guys.